Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're back at Ardenweald for Chapter 7, The Power of Night in the Shadowlands 9.1 campaign. This is the fourth part for Chapter 7 and we are heading back to Ardenweald now in order to perform a ritual to try to save Tyrande Whisperwind from being killed by the Night Warrior. So the power's got too much for her and she's in danger of her life. So Ysera's plan is to go and find some former Night Warriors, and we've found 3. One in Maldraxxus, one in Revendreth, and one in Ardenweald. And Ysera's hoping that a ritual performed by herself and these 3 former Night Warriors will reduce the power in Tyrande and allow her to stay alive. So we'll have to see if this will work out for her and see if this advances the plot for us any. Alright, so we just need to head down the path. I think it's this path, yeah, this path here, and we should find Ysera just over here by the big tree in the heart of the forest.
You have our gratitude, Stonewright. Tyrande is in dire need of aid. My long slumber has ended.
Back to the heart. I am glad to see you again. We do not seem to have much time. Rituals of night. Tyrande's time grows short, so we must act quickly. Ysera frowns in concern. We had hoped to gather more Night Warriors, but we will have to proceed with who we have and hope it is enough. Have there been that many Night Warriors? I kind of got the impression that it was a very rare occurrence, so you wouldn't expect to find too many, would you? Ysera shakes her head, then looks more resolute. Before we can begin, we must finish preparations for the ritual. Please bring these last few items with you and meet us at the grove. Quest objective: assist with the preparations and the ritual.
Accept this welcome gift from the court of night.
No need to trouble yourself.
Oh,
She's really
silly
uncomfortable.
me. Here, this one is much better.
Her crown of flowers
Will
was
suffice. Let us
Stonewright.
proceed.
She's really upset
Come
by
this
the
way.
crown of flowers. It just doesn't suit her at all. Moonbury's just so out of touch with what people are like. Right, so the supplies is one of these little floating leaf boats. Right, so does it... Ah, right, we've got a little pull cord. Right, so they're all heading this way. So do we follow them? Nah, we'll just sneak past them. They're probably going to disappear as they go down the path anyway, so... We need to tow our little leaf boat with our ritual supplies down here. Should we stick to the path, or do we need to... Oh, we can cut across here, can't we? We could have stuck to the path, but we can cut across, I think. Right, so we're about here. I think this is probably... Or maybe... Oh! Where did my rope go? Oh no, don't say I'm going to have to go all the way back now. Let's keep heading down and... Well, all the people made it. Ah, look, the boat did it make it? Oh, yes, so don't worry when the rope disappears. Do you know, I was tempted to go back and see if I had to pick it up again,
I
but it
have
did
seen
work.
your name on many newly carved sin stones.
This place is very blue. You were a Night Warrior? Obviously, or I would not be here helping you now. The Stonewright arches a brow. I suppose you wish to know how I ended up in Revendreth? Yes? After I was granted Elune's dark gift, I fed my rage with my losses, and then with my victories. I protected my people. I killed the ones who harmed us. Then their allies. Then ones who hadn't stopped our enemies, or who stood by. Then the ones I thought hadn't acted quickly enough, and so on. I erased whole societies from the world and left nothing but ruins in my wake. After all, if nothing was left to harm us, we couldn't be hurt. Oh wow, there's no wonder she ended up in Revendreth then. She went a little overboard. Continue listening. In the end, the only thing left that threatened my people was me. I was killed by a friend who too wished to protect our people. Only in Revendreth, after much contemplation, did I come to understand the depth of my wrath and the gravity of my sins. I learned from my experience how to help others with their own. A little bit of a typo there, they've
War is
repeated
a
words.
storm in the weather of conflict.
Ooh,
Speak
storm in the weather of conflict, okay. Right, Kalik, you were a night warrior too. My people were preyed upon, exploited. I asked Elune for vengeance. The double-edged blade was granted. I became what others feared in the night. I kept my city safe, for a time. Such power is not meant for mortals. The blade cut both ways. In Maldraxxus, I honed myself to perfection. So see, they all start with the wish to save their people and protect their people, and then the power overwhelms them and they kind of get out of control and go overboard. And that's kind of what's also happened to
Choose your
Tyrande.
next words very carefully. I have harvested enough warriors to know the futility.
So the third night warrior, the one from Revendreth, isn't telling me. The one from Ardenweald, I mean, doesn't have any text to speak to me about it. So we will start placing the ritual objects then. Right, where does this need to go? Can we take both? Yeah, we can take both at once. Right, what do we need to do now? Right, so the basket needs to go over here. Some globes, ritual foci, and then we've got petals. So the petals we just kind of throw around Tyrande. So it's just these globe foci that we need to place. Oh, that first one didn't work? Did we get interrupted? Because I was too busy looking at the pretty flowers. Pretty flowers. I believe the preparations are made, Ysera. I think that you are ready for the ritual whenever you are.
I am bound to both the dream and the moonless night.
With everything in place, we can begin. I only hope we are not too late for Tyrande. The power of Elune. We have done as much as we can with the time we had. Now we must lend our power to Tyrnax and the others, and hope Tyrande survives. Quest objective: assist them with the ritual, and let's see what
Night
happens.
preparations are complete, Tyrnax.
It is time. Let us begin.
We're ready to begin the ritual.
Ardenweald will survive.
Here we go. Right, does anyone have anything else to say to us, or do we just... So there's a pool of moonlight. I presume that's where they want us to go. I don't think there's any more text to look at. Right, so let's get in here.
Is there something you wish to ask?
Yeah, see, all he'll say is Queen's blessing upon you.
remember this
Here we
power.
begin.
A double-edged sword.
Seldom have I seen a mortal wield such rage.
Yes, she was rather angry. Tyrande, calm down. We're trying to help.
Maintain your hold on her.
Mindo,
Oh, Chandris is here.
You must calm yourself.
She ain't listening to us, is she?
Tyrande, do not lose yourself to anger.
she's listening.
The Night Warrior's fury will annihilate us. Today,
Yeah, she's going to kill us all, isn't
Lawwalker,
she?
aid me!
Are we going to have to fight her? Oh. Chandris wants us to help. You want us? You really want us to fight her, Chandris? Are you sure about that? Okay, Chandris is going to help us. This was not what I expected. I kind of thought there'd be a cutscene. And I kind of wasn't expecting it to work. I was expecting her to disappear again. And for us to have to track her down later on in the game. Like in 9.2 or something. She is really angry. Tyrande don't really recognise the two of us. Chandris was like your best friend for a really long time. Do you really not remember? Oh right, hiding the shield by Chandris. Oh, well, the stars. Yes, I remember using those in the FA, yeah. Yeah, so she's using a lot of the moves that she did use while we were fighting beside her in the BFA cinematics and story quests and things. So that's quite nice, quite neatly done to redo the moves like that. I like that. But I really wasn't expecting to fight her here. I really was expecting the quest to continue with her later on. No, it definitely isn't good.
She is absorbing even more of Elone's power.
Right, we aren't going to be able... Oh, birdies, look! Oh, how much damage do they do if we get stuck in them? Oh, they silence you! Oh, interesting. Ooh, don't stand in the AoE, Chandris! Oh, don't get silenced by the birdies. Not good for a cat. Oh no, I dodged one and got hit by another one. Oh well, it's probably not worth moving out of them then, because wherever you stood you're going to get hit by them, and the amount of movement is just frustrating. Yes, it's quite a lot of movement here. She really is lost in anger, isn't she? She's not listening to anybody. They're trying to save her life, and one of her best friends is here to try and calm her down, and she ain't listening to anybody.
The force Tyrande wields threatens to consume her.
Oh, we did get a
And
cutscene.
we'll leave this grove devastated. My queen, we need your help.
Oh, it didn't work.
My sister's power in my forest. I will have answers.
But we were trying to save Queenie.
How dare you come here, sister? After our cries for aid went unheard, unanswered.
I heard your cries, felt your pain, and in the wake of tragedy, sent forth the cascade of souls to sustain you. Oh, the great tree. All who perished there were claimed by the Maw. Then
It's going to
I
make Eileen
have
even
protected
angrier, isn't
my
it?
favored children. By our
The
hand,
Winter Queen and their lunar
we
sister,
may
so
yet
that's
guide their souls onto their spring. Starting with this one. Tyrande invoked me. She must choose. Vengeance or renewal.
no, well, Tyrande chose vengeance, didn't she? So, and she didn't want us to stop her seeking her vengeance. So we have to save all the souls from the tree from the Maw next. Oh, what is Tyrande actually going to let go of her revenge? I did not expect her to let go of her revenge thing. more questions to be asked and answered, I think, there. A little bit enigmatic, that it should have been a little bit clearer with the dialogue, because that's a bit open-ended, and I know people have read that in lots of different ways, so...
Speak, and the forest shall listen.
My sister, after all this time, she did not abandon me. There you go, so don't make presumptions about people, you never know. The barest hint of a smile graces the Winter Queen's face before it is gone. She turns her attention to you with the weight of eons. Attend me. Take my sister's tear and come to the heart of the forest. Bring the sister's tear to Ysera in the heart of the forest, and we will get our emblem of renown and a load of anima.
Myself again. What I have seen this day, I can scarcely believe. I was present for every moment, and yet outside myself. As much a witness as you were. So much beauty in her voice. And sorrow as well. The tear was mine as much as hers. The Winter Queen spoke of a purpose for the souls of our people. What did she mean? That Elune did not tell me, daughter. Not yet.
So she's shying away from answering questions there. I think she knows a lot more than she's trying to hide it, because she doesn't want to answer it.
Leave this place before it claims you.
Right, so I don't think there's is there any more? We'll double check if there's any more text from anyone. Knight's blessing upon you.
Trust your heart.
For the eyes.
No, I don't think there's any more. Anything else from Tyr next now?
The forest
No,
sings your
still
praises.
Queen's blessing upon you. Right, we need to take the Tyr then to Ysera and see if anyone's going to give us any more answers, because again, people are just leaving us with nothing.
My long slumber has ended. Night embrace you, mortal.
Now it says take it to Ysera. She's still here, but I
Ardenweald.
think they want us to go up to the tree. So she should have moved. She shouldn't still be here.
I am
With her being
bound to
here, it
both
feel
the
like she should be
dream
handling it in
and the
here.
moonless night.
So that's a little bit confusing. Yeah, see, so that they're raising more and more questions. The storytelling just isn't that good, because they're leaving so many gaps, and the way they're telling it is leaving so many open-ended potential ways to explain things. We can fly. I keep forgetting we can fly, because we've not had it that long. Yeah, the storytelling is a little bit bare bones, and it's the words they're choosing are not as clear as we would like them to be. So they're leaving a lot of open-ended things to confuse and upset, and I wish we'd get some more
My
explanation,
long
please.
slumber has
Hand
ended.
the tear over to you, Sarah.
Through drought and loss, Ardenweald suffered. But together we have saved our home from a terrible darkness.
But the jail is still out there.
With perseverance and kinship, hope is restored to our groves.
And the Queen has
And our
repaired her
hearts
friendship
as
with her sister there as well, her relationship there.
Today the forest's heart is made whole.
Oh, restarting the forest up again, that's
cycle
good.
is renewed. Death and life in harmony once more.
But they're not, because all the souls are still stuck in the mall. We've got to get them all out still.
Arises to embody our covenants.
Ah, right, so they've got a new sigil. That's good as well, but nobody's still explained the sigil's significance. They said they weren't important, but they're making them important.
You have my
Well, okay, I'm glad you're thankful, but there's still a lot of things that need to be answered and done. Yeah, so these sigils,
I
you
am
keep saying they're
bound
not
to both the
important, but then you make them
dream
feel
and the moonless
important. Ugh.
night.
Winter Sigil, Ysera sighs relieved. Such peace is returned to Ardenweald and to those who dwell within. My dear friend has been saved. I do not know what comes next, but I have hope. Ah, this could not have been done without your help, T. Thank you. And we're getting an emblem of renown and a load of anima. And we still have a lot of questions. In fact, we get more questions every time we make a little tiny step forward. Baby steps. Inform the Primus. T. Return to Corthia and tell the Primus that the Winter Queen's sigil has been restored. Return to the Primus in Corthia. Okay, so I will head over there now. A little bit of a trip now.
Night embrace you, mortal.
Bye, Ysera. So, teleport to Oribos. Go upstairs and find the portal. Go report to the Primus in Corthia. That was a very, very long chapter, wasn't it? It was quite a good story though, wasn't it? So that was good.
Welcome.
Wait, no, I don't want to fly, I want to go to Oribos, don't I? So it's the portal at the opposite side of the ring. There we go, that's the right one. There's the Primus. And this there should end chapter 7 when we turn this in, I think.
Speak, mortal.
Ah, good. With the Queen's sigil restored, we're that much closer to being able to stop Zovar. Thank you for this information. So, how is getting sigils reformed getting us closer to stopping Zovar, please? Can you please tell me? Please?
If we fail, the Winter Queen is bound to her counterpart in the realms of life. Together, they embody the balance of the great cycle. Through sorrow and understanding, the Night Fae sigil has been reborn. And perhaps their kinship as well.
Yes, I hope so too. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99, 99,